seems a bit quieter today. We have a small community today. So it's great to be with people I know well. Well, let's see. Might as well just hold on. And bam. Hello, Pat Tap. Pat Tap, hello. Where are you watching from, Pat Tap? Or if you're still here. Let's see who else is showing up here. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing? How has your week been when I was away? I know everyone must be missing me because I was doing like weekly streams and then I disappeared mysteriously for a week. Derek asked, what is this background music? It is, hold on. So it is from Pokemon. And it is, actually I don't really remember. That's some sort of square. I think that was in the 4th generation. If anyone knows Pokemon here. Let me go and check. Amity Square, I think. Yes, the Amity Square, that's the one. Because the story behind that was basically Pokemon Company suddenly felt very generous one day, and then they were like, hey, let's make our music available for people to actually use and not threaten to sue people to hell and back. So they made the music from the 4th generation, like Diamond Pearl games, available, like actually for you to use, and it was great. And then it was pretty old music, but yeah, you can do whatever you want with them. And so I downloaded them, and then I had to do some editing, some clever trimming to make it loop perfectly. So if you go back to the early streams from last summer, you would see like the slow evolution of this entire setup. I might change the music someday, but I'm like, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So you was ill, still recovering, but mostly better. Aw. Hope you're well. I'm so sorry to hear that. I was away. I was in Ireland for a few days. I might talk about that a bit later when it comes up. But yeah, that's why I didn't do the stream. It was a very last music. What is last music? That's pretty morbid. No, very last minute trip. Literally booked it on like Thursday or Friday and flew on Sunday. So yeah. Didn't see that coming. Had to like shuffle other things around it so that I could like be ready to be away for a little bit. You mean royalty-free music? Yeah. I actually don't remember the exact rules that well, but they made a website called like DP Library or something, and then it said you can use it, for example, in videos. That's why I started doing it. And then they took it down, but it is already out there, and the agreement is that once you have it, you can use it for these purposes. Doesn't state like you have to use it while the website is up, right? So that's why I'm still using it. So lots of people are very excited about the music in my new video. Actually, initially I had some reservations about going in too much, like going all in with the Pokemon music, because I don't know, I'm not sure the vibe completely fits. But then I felt like, yeah, it kind of fits like my vibe, my kind of personality. So instead of using some sort of generic, I don't know, jazz music, I used it. I used Pokemon music, and it works well, I think. Let me know what you think, chat, because I assume you've seen that video, right? The first time I did it, not the first time, but like the first noticeable time that when I used Pokemon music was in that big Welsh video, and people really enjoyed it. And I'm pretty proud of it as well, because like I used the music from Lumiose City, which is the capital of the region, for Carnarvon, and there's like subtle meanings hidden behind it. The music is very you. Thank you. I hope it works. It's so subjective. Like, you didn't realize they took it down. Yeah, it's down. I think the website has been down for a good few years now. But if you downloaded it, just in theory, if you downloaded it while the website was up, you have the right to keep using it. So, yeah. I remember a few years back, I had a very good friend who also tried to do this YouTube thing. And she was very much, she was very picky about the music as well, because we're both musicians. And then she says, if I can't find a right piece of background music for a video, I can't make the video. So, like, every time, I mean, we both just use like YouTube Studio, what's that called? YouTube Audio Library, yes. We both just used it. But she would spend like actually a significant amount of time looking through the audio library and choosing one thing that fits that video's vibe perfectly. And I respect that. Like, as a musician myself, I'm like, yeah, that is quite some sort of insistence. I don't spend that much time. I feel like I've been doing this for a few years. I have my own collection of tracks that I feel like convey a certain type of feeling. So when I make video, I just pop one in and see if it works, and if it works, it works. And now I'm doing the same thing. I'm like sort of curating this large Pokemon music library to find the ones that work for me, for my kind of messaging, I guess. So, yeah, if you keep watching my videos, you notice the tendencies or kind of trends I use in my music. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so about that trip, I was supposed to finish this Canada video, this Quebec video by Tuesday, but because I booked this last minute trip from Sunday to Wednesday, that means that I had to finish the video by Sunday, before Sunday. So basically, last Friday and Saturday, I just threw everything else out the window and was just working on the video full time, like all day long. That was exhausting. Hello, Monaco. Thank you for the support, by the way. You're one of the first people who commented on the new video, so I'm really grateful. I'm talking about the process of making that video because it's a long boy. It's a long boy. Let's just say that. I mean, because the last time I made like one of these big travel videos, travel vlogs, that was 16 minutes. This time there is slightly less of the humor, but there is more of the like video essay kind of argumentation in the video. And then it's also like twice the length, so it took me forever to put it together. That's why people have been saying, "Oh, I've been waiting for this video for months," because it's my fault. I've been teasing the video for ages, like basically ever since I made that video where I learned Quebecois French. I was like, okay, look out for the next one. It's gonna be in Canada. It's gonna be like a vlog. I'm gonna be in places and talk about these things. And then I continued to tease it with like posts, and then when there were delays, I'm not gonna say what the reasons were, but like there were delays. Like I had to like push it ahead, behind or forward. Is it ahead or behind when you like to a later time? I had to push the video to a later time. I was like, I made other videos and said, okay, I promise the next one's gonna be the Quebec one. So people have been thoroughly teased for like a good 2 months, and I do apologize for that, but what can I do? There were problems, there were hiccups on the way, and it's a big video. To be frank, royalty free is something along the lines of no copyright, so technically speaking you could still use it, or just look up what is royalty free. Yeah, I mean, writing music is labor, so there's always some sort of like restriction or trade-off. Like for example, you might want attribution, that kind of stuff. Nowadays, if you use like YouTube Audio Library, there's a lot of tracks that basically, some of them would say, please give attribution, say where you got it from, who made it. That's one thing. And the other kind of like agreement is that you're free to use it in whatever way you want. But if you use it on YouTube, because it's YouTube Audio Library, so YouTube knows you got it from there, and it's going to put like a little box in the description that says, okay, that's where you got it from, and this is the name of the track. So that is helpful. So it's basically it's doing the attribution for you. And of course, I know other creators would like subscribe to certain services. I'm not doing an ad for them. I know of them. I don't use them, and I'm not going to mention them by name. But there are services where you can get like tons and tons of music tracks for like a subscription. And then once you are a member, like while you are a member, you can download the tracks, and then you can keep using the track even when you stop being a member. At least that's the way I understand it. And those services have pretty good like search functions as well, like categorizing different kinds of music. And it's but sometimes there can be problems because the YouTube's automated like copyright detection system can get wonky sometimes, and then there is a chance where it gets a bit too aggressive, and then it identifies its track and then like tries to shut you down even though you paid for a subscription. So for the time being, I can't be bothered to deal with that. But yeah, I'm happy with the kind of stuff that I'm doing, like kind of music I'm using. I watched that one recently. I found it really interesting because I actually had to study something similar as part of your A-level French, but it's quite complicated. What did you have to study? Like, did you have to study the social context of it? Because that's very interesting. I mean, we don't have A-levels in Hong Kong. We used to, but we don't anymore. But like in terms of our language learning, we never have to do anything culture related. It's basically just embedded in the language, and we're mostly focusing on the language skills. And of course, when you like use a language, like reading and listening and speaking it, you end up touching on the culture as well. But like, we don't write an essay about the culture or something like that, because my friend, my Welsh friend, did A-level Welsh as a first language, and then she also did a bunch of like essays and stuff related to like the culture. So that's interesting to me because that's not something that is in our kind of education. I really love your Quebecois video. It's amazing. Thank you very much. Oh, that warms my heart. That is appreciated. Please do help share it, like push it further, because it's it's a lot of hard work. I can't lie. It is a lot of hard work putting that together. I need to find a way to do things that are more sustainable. Like, I really enjoy doing this kind of video, but I can't keep doing that all the time. Like, I need to do a good balance of travel videos, like really complex scripts, that kind of stuff, and also like just casual like language learning updates. I mean, I guess that's kind of what I'm doing now on live. I'm not sure about you, but Quebec City is my favorite city in the whole North America. I mean, wait, are you based in North America? I'm just wondering. I can see why. I can see why. To me, as someone who's been in Europe for like half a decade at this point, Quebec City is basically just like some European town, but with more snow. So it was not that. Oh, I want to use it. My brain gave me a Welsh word. I want to say trawiadol. Striking. That's the English word. It wasn't as striking as I would have expected. Because my friend Simon, who was in the video, he was saying, "Oh, Israel, you've got to go," and I was saying, "Well, but I've only got like 5 nights in Quebec as a whole. If I get out of Montreal, it's going to be like even less time to hang out with friends and explore the big city. But it's like you got to go. It's so beautiful, and it was really beautiful. Like I really loved it, but it wasn't like wow. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big shock to the system. But I really enjoyed being there. It was difficult because it's a very, very hilly city. I mean, at least in the old town, it was very hilly, and it was during a snowstorm. I wasn't lying in the video. It was actually a snowstorm going on. So I was slipping all over the place. I can talk more about that later on. But what was I going to say? I had a thought in my mind that sort of slipped. Sad that you didn't go to Nova Scotia. Oh yeah. You know what? I might just do it someday. Who knows? But maybe start with Scotland. You guys might know that a good friend of mine, Samuel, has been learning Gaelic, Scottish Gaelic, because you have seen him from like other videos, and yeah, maybe he would do something Gaelic related someday. And I have multiple friends who are from Nova Scotia, at least grew up there. So yeah, but it's just difficult to get around. It's a lot of planning to get around places. You have to study articles on how French-speaking countries try to limit the amount of English American media being used to promote. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Like different countries as well. Is something wrong with the T key? I feel like you're missing a lot of T's. Yeah, I there's a lot of things in this video that I learned in preparation for it, because I was aware of this issue being like a contentious one, but I didn't know like all the nuances, so I had to do a lot of like research, reading, and asking people. And even after I wrote the script, when I was in Montreal, I was hanging out with Simon, and he told me a lot of things as well. Like we in the first night, just like after I arrived, we went to a bar and we chatted a lot, and he told me lots of things about like how things are and how the history went down and so on, and that kind of stuff I would never have been exposed to otherwise. Yeah, that's interesting. You're in the UK, you're in Sheffield. Okay, just next door. Certain radio stations would encourage more French artist music and new local artists to boost their popularity, organising more cultural events or something along those lines. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm sure it is a thing like in many countries, because if you go to Wikipedia, I won't lie, right? I did a lot of research on Wikipedia. Like I'm not gonna pretend I didn't. So if you go to Wikipedia, you look up like language policy. There are examples from a lot of different areas as well. I mean, Quebec would be a big part of it because it is well known. It is also very stringent, I would have to say. So it is a big part of that article. But there are other cases where it's quite interesting. I mean, it's way more common for language policy to involve like imposing a majority language upon people who speak the minority language. That's like the classic kind of oppression story, right? You speak the national language, but then that was I mean, as I said in the video, that's kind of why I like looking into this case, because it's very nuanced, right? It's not just big guy, small guy, but also big language and then even bigger language, and then yeah, I enjoyed looking into that. But speaking of which, I recently watched the Welsh film Asun, which is on the Welsh channel, and it is about the Welsh channel, and it's really interesting. It's like a bit meta. It is about the establishment of the Welsh television channel S4C, because it was a big deal. I mean, I would have never known, because I wasn't even born yet, let alone know anything about another country. But there was a lot of protests and things just for a television channel, which is quite interesting. Nowadays, obviously, we take it for granted, but back then, when attitudes were quite different, it was a bigger deal. Like there was like slightly, lots of protests, like civil disobedience. What else? Like destruction of property, and then hunger strike. It was intense. That was a good film. I would recommend it. I mean, you can watch it subtitled. Interestingly, most of the articles were about promoting French in French-speaking areas in Canada rather than France, but it applies to both. And it applies in very different ways as well, right? Like, in France, like the minority languages are actual minority, like small languages, like regional Romance languages, like Basque, Occitan. No, what did I say? Basque Romance language? I take that back. I was thinking Occitan, things like that, and then like other families like Basque and Breton, and then, but like in Quebec, it is different because obviously you have the indigenous ones, and there were comments saying I should have talked more about them, but I'm like, it's too complex to get into. But also the main minority language is English, so it is a very different kind of scenario. Does learning languages affect your musical career, as it's quite time consuming? It's hard to gauge. I mean, it is quite time consuming, especially ever since I started putting so much time into making content. But because basically what you're asking is, if I weren't learning all these languages, would I be doing better in my musical career, right? And it's really hard to say, because it's not that the bottleneck on my musical career is not time, I would say. It is just other factors. And there's a lot in the world of art. It's very difficult, it's very complex. There's a lot of factors in play, whether you make it or not. That's why I'm quite glad I'm not banking everything on it. I mean, I would never have anyway, because it is basically impossible to, not impossible, but barely possible to live off writing music, like in like the classical sense. So I wasn't going to do that, but now that I have various things going on, I'll have like a finger in different pies. I get more, I don't really have to worry too much about whether or not the music makes money, right? Because I have other things to back me up. Part of it is making videos, which itself is quite finicky. Like it's the freaking algorithm. it's a whole thing. I'm glad now I have some sponsors. It really helps. Like, so please do support me. It is. It gets annoying when you have to watch an ad, but at the same time, it helps me keep making stuff. So it's quite important to me. So I'm glad I get to do these sponsorships. But at the same time, hopefully, if I keep making good videos and, you know, build my audience, eventually I can, not live off it, but at least like keep me going. It's different. Unfortunately, we never got taught this topic in more depth, but it's really interesting. That's why we have like self-directed research. That's why people do like academic work where you're not taught anything anymore, but you do your own reading. Do your own research vibes. Google and then click the first result. I hope italki will sponsor you soon. We'll see. I'll take my time. I'll take what I can get. This one is the first one that actually like made me this very formal kind of offer. That it's going through a certain system and everything. And because the previous ones were mainly more integrated. Like I want to showcase a certain service, so I show how I use it. I integrate it into like the entire point of the video, whereas this one is more the traditional Oh, by the way, here is my sponsor. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It helps. That's all I'm saying. It helps. But also, like, if people want to, like, I don't know, what's the word? Like super comment or something, whatever that is called, or like become channel members, that kind of stuff, that really helps as well. I should start a Patreon at some point, but we'll see. We'll see. What was I thinking? But that an important thing is I would only show things that I actually like, because when they reached out to sponsor me, I was like, can I try the thing? So they gave me an account, which is actually a great thing. Like, when you get sponsored, you get to use the service for free. that's a perk. So I played with it. I really liked it. So, and this is not even paid. I'm just being honest here. That's why I accept it. And italki, obviously, I've been using italki for a long time. Not recently, because since like last September, I've been doing more like courses. Structured courses, which has pros and cons. The pro is it's much cheaper and it's more structured, as the name implies, but the con is I get less like one-to-one attention. But I think it's a good balance for me. It comes back to the question of, like, what do you need for your language learning at this moment? Because yeah, I feel like it's right for me right now. I mean, in terms of sign language, that's like basically the only option. But in terms of Welsh, I could also pay people to do one-on-one lessons. But I feel like it's a lot of value for money if I do the courses. If you guys didn't know, if you guys are ever considering learning Welsh, it is a really, really good deal, because it's this year it's £100 for the year. And then I got the early bird discount for half price. So it's like already £50 for like an actual year of lessons, 2 hours per week. And then I also get to do the exams for free, because the rules are that, I think, if you are currently on a course, you don't have to pay for the exams, unless if you sign up and then you like pull out, you don't do it, then you have to pay. So if you do it, you don't have to pay. If you sign up and don't do it, you have to pay. So obviously I'm doing it, and it's free. And also, if your Welsh learning incurs certain expenses, like you can also claim them. So thank you, Welsh government. thanks for all the subsidies. It is really helpful. I hope that like my content is making it worth their money. Did you know that italki is a Hong Kong company? I don't know. It is registered in Hong Kong, but it's one of those early cases where it's not really in Hong Kong. I think it's in Shanghai or something, if I remember correctly. I think italki is based in Shanghai, but it's registered in Hong Kong. Let me see. No, okay, the headquarters are in Hong Kong, supposedly. Why am I under the impression that it's in Shanghai? But it is certainly founded by Chinese people. And there's lots of those companies. I think Hello Talk might have been a Hong Kong company as well. Let me check. Is it on Wikipedia? It is not on Wikipedia. And there's a bunch of those, because it's, at least back in the day, it's much easier if you have a company in Hong Kong, like with funds or whatever. Remember that? Good times when we had like separate systems and everything. The creative industries are always tough. I'm here to, yeah. But you could always go into other areas if you had to. That's the thing. I was talking about it with my friend yesterday, who's visiting all the way from Berlin. And they also do something like art related. Not really like artistic, but like creative or, yeah, media. And we talked about this a little bit, and basically you have to like find the right balance of what your creative pursuit is, and other things? What else can keep you going? Because if you, for example, like in the UK new music industry, if you rely completely on like public funding, you can easily get screwed over, which is what happened to certain big name institutions in music, and it's really sad. So I don't know what I want to do. Like I don't know what I can do in that. I don't know. It's difficult. Why did I choose to be an artist? Why? I just, that's me, by the way. Like, if I had to describe myself in one sentence, I'm just a person who needs to keep on making things. Because ever since I was a teenager, I've been making things. I wanted to make. When I was a kid, I wanted to make toys because I was a kid, and then afterwards, I wanted to be an author. So I started writing stories, and at some point I tried making like websites and programs, and then I started making music. Now I'm making videos. I just have to make things. I can't not be making things. Unfortunately, can't talk about it. I wonder why. I'm not saying anything. It's I think I just replied to a comment on the channel, and I said it is. I like to talk about language, the politics of language, or language politics. It is like not like language policy mainly, but politics, but like as in the power dynamics, that kind of stuff. I like to think about those things, and that's why social linguistics is my favorite subfield of linguistics. But then there's always some politics in it. It's not like I don't like politics. Actually, I am quite political, but I don't like to use my platform for politics because there's enough of that out there already. So whenever I make content about languages, I'm always like trying to find the right balance where I do bring up the politics of like the actual politics, but without going into like taking sides or like how the government works, that kind of stuff. I try to focus more on how people relate to languages, which is a kind of politics, but not like politics. That's what I'm mainly interested in. You don't choose to be an artist, the art chooses you. Oh my goodness. I'm really unfortunate, right? The art chose me. One of my friends is also a musician, a professional one. She told me she has lost all her passion for music because she needs to practice it like 8 hours a day. That's why I don't play music. I gave up on playing music. Not like gave up, but like I shifted my focus from it. I do enjoy playing music, but like if I were to do it, if I could anyway, if I were to do it as a job, I don't think I would be able to. So, because it would like completely burn you out. So now I play sometimes, like I do play concerts, but it's more spread out, so I get more time to spend on practice. Oh my god, thanks for the reactions. That's a lot of reactions. Chat, keep it coming, chat. So yeah, I think around a year ago, I played a really big piece. I'm a pianist, by the way, if you didn't know. I played the string quartet. I really enjoyed it. It was very challenging, but I really enjoyed it. And that's the amount of playing I like to do. Like once in a while, I learn a really difficult piece and then I play it and I get to take a break from it. I'm not depending on it. You didn't choose, you just became one, and here I am living on minimum wage. I like to think I'm not on minimum wage, but the more I think about it, the more I realize that because I am on, like I'm paid by the hour with the kinds of stuff I do, like teaching. And then like people who do full-time jobs occasionally do nothing while on the payroll. So it sort of balances out. So like I'm kind of on minimum wage in a sense when you spread it out, even though my hourly wage is higher. Like if you're in the UK, like if you're in the, I was like, where's the other half of that sentence? I thought it meant like if you're in the UK, what would you say or something? But it's saying like. So yeah, like press like is important. Thank you, Harry. Where are you? watching from? Are you watching from the UK as well? I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the stream. A pianist and an Oxford grad. Let me help you flex it. So true. Yeah, when I was talking to my friend last night, they also said, Israel, you gotta learn how to like present your experiences, because like, dude, you've done so many things. And I sort of have. Like, I haven't been like in full-time employment, barring some like temporary things, but I've done a lot of different things, and I have something to show for it. Like, I have degrees, and I have projects, portfolios, and everything. So, and also I have learned the skill of video editing and audio editing. I could probably use that somewhere at some point. You didn't get notice of your last day on the job for the year until what does that mean? You didn't get notice of your last day. Wait, so are you finishing the job? Is that what it means? What time is it? Oh, it's been like 45 minutes. I'll switch over, but I'll keep talking. I will tell you why. Oh yeah, I mentioned the film Asun, and I didn't say like why I watched it. Hold on. I feel like the camera should be slightly to the other side. No, not this one. This one. Yeah. That looks better. Yay. Now I'm more like in the center. So because I normally don't watch lots of films, and I did it for part of my exam. I think I might have mentioned last time that I have to do some recordings for my Welsh exam, which is interesting. Like, also I'm going to tell you this is interesting. So for my Welsh exam, right? So this is B2, the advanced exam. Reading, writing, listening each amount to 15% of the entire thing, of the entire exam. Speaking is 45%, which means they really value speaking Welsh, which is fair enough. It's just a bit of a shocker when I realized that. And then another thing I realized is that, so before I even go to the exam venue, I have to do 2 tasks. It's sort of like, if you're from Hong Kong, you might know like school-based assessments. It's like that. So you have to do some things before the actual exams that amount to part of the exam. So what I have to do is I have to record 2 conversations with 2 different people on different topics, one of them being on a film or a book. So that's why I watched the film and talked about it. And these 2 tasks together account for a third of the speaking marks. So if you do the maths, that's like 15% of the whole thing, which is the same as like the reading exam, for example. So like so this week I just finished recording those 2 conversations, and that is already worth as many marks as the. What happened? Oh, you subscribe. Someone subscribed. Welcome. Are you? Is Giant Mirror watching? I think that's the first time I've seen this notification. So those 2 recordings are already worth as much as the entire reading exam, and that feels wrong. I don't know if it is, but like it feels weird that was worth so much. I literally just went on Zoom, clicked record, and then yapped. I yapped to my friends and my teacher for 10 minutes, and bam, that is like the marks. Let me see. Michelle says, as in the next time I work will be in September. Okay. On your last day of the academic year 2 weeks ago, you have no additional work. Yeah, it's a bit like my work for Easy Polish. If you guys weren't aware, I was responsible for the editing of the Easy Polish podcast, the Super Easy Polish podcast. And normally the Easy Languages podcasts are like a weekly thing, like a normal podcast, but geared towards learners. But they wanted to do a different thing where it's scripted and it's for beginners, because there are more beginners among Polish learners than like people who understand normal conversations, which is fair. So they wrote out all these scripts and I would put it together. But another thing that was different is that they did it in seasons. So we worked like for months on the first season, and then we released it, and they were like, okay, let's take a break, take a breather, see how it works out, how people like it or not, and then we can think about the second season. And we've been on hiatus since, and that was like last October when the season ended. So that it is what it is. I don't know what kind of job you're doing, but for me, with the freelance work, that's how it is. Why are you studying Welsh? Because that is what I have been doing, and because I have an exam in like a month and a half. Oh my god, a month and a half. You know, I might as well just say it now. My next video is going to be me doing the sample paper for my Welsh exam, because I feel like I should be like properly working on that. I thought about doing it on live, but that's going to take too long and it's going to be very quiet. So I'm going to do that as a video. How many speakers does Welsh have? Joel, I can refer you to the video about Welsh that I did. That was from January. Lots of people have seen it, so it's a good one. I recommend it. But if you want to know how many, I would say it's around 500 to 800,000 as we speak. The sources are different. It's also a question of like, how do you define you speak a language or not? It's a whole thing. I think in Scotland they have a lot of discussions about that. Like, what do you mean I speak it or not? But that's what I've been told. So yeah. Hello, gum. See, my gut feeling, my instinct was to read it as Welsh, because like that W looks like a vowel, so like pun. But then I was like, yeah, no wait, that's not Welsh. Yeah, it's funny because I've gotten to the point where if I see an unknown word, I would like try to read it as Welsh, unless it has a V or a Z in it. You remember you were in? Yeah, Michelle was in my video on a live stream when I did the what was it? The finger spelling, yeah, the BSL practice. That was fun. Yeah, Michelle was really helpful. You know what? If you want to be in the video, by the way, if you feel like it, we can do something with like Czech or whatever. That's gonna be fun. And do I have a pet? I had one, and I also made a video about it. That was the least language related video I have on my channel, and so you can go look at it. Okay, let's see. Where was I last time? Oh, what is this? Oh, I'm going to listen to this. So I should not be reading this. I should just listen to it for now. This is bothering me. I'm like slightly OCD right now. I need to like make it more symmetrical. Oolong. See? She knows. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, you know what? Definitely. If you want to do it, it's the most obvious thing would be like language comparisons, because it's easy and it's like attractive to people who don't know a lot about those languages yet, which I guess would be the case for our languages. How do you not mix up? I don't speak Czech. I've tried learning it at some point, but that was a long, long time ago, and now I speak Polish. that sounds like quite a non sequitur. Non sequitur. Those are unrelated. I tried learning Czech in 2014. No, I bought a book for it. I actually didn't try. And then I learned some Russian in 2015, and then I gave up on Russian, and now I speak Polish. Yay. Oh, by the way, Porthaethwy, this place. This is a very interesting place, right? Porthaethwy. I don't know if I mentioned it when I saw it last time, but Porthaethwy in English has a very different name. It's called Menai Bridge. And it's weird because it sounds like it's just a bridge, which it is, but also it is like a community next to that bridge, aka the bridge that goes from mainland Wales to Anglesey or Ynys Môn. And that's fun. I didn't know it until someone like who lives there told me. Imagine like naming your entire community after a bridge. But then again, apparently Llandudno Junction also has like a village attached to it. So what happened was, so Llandudno Junction is a train station, and then they were like, "Yay, let's live near the train station and open shops." And then now it's like a village called Llandudno Junction. It's so goofy. Slovakian. Is it Slovakian or Slovak? I feel like it's Slovak. What's the proper English name? Maybe both. But public Anki decks for Welsh would you recommend? Shit, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I haven't used Anki much for Welsh. The funny thing is, this is a bit funny story. When I started, I still had Hebrew pretty fresh in my mind, and I found this one deck that goes from Hebrew to Welsh, which is an insane thing. Like, who on earth out there is learning Welsh from Hebrew other than me? But someone made the deck, so I downloaded it and I started working through it. And it's actually a really good deck. It's got like audio, it's got like grammatical details. It tells you the gender of the word, how to use it, or synonyms. It's crazy, but I can't recommend it to anyone because I don't know anyone else who would speak Hebrew and know Welsh. And anyway, I've forgotten all my Hebrew now, so I can't use it anymore. Maybe I can use it to refresh my Hebrew now that I speak Welsh pretty well. Yeah, that is an insane crossover, isn't it? Isn't it? I thought it was just me, but someone had done it before. I don't speak Slovakian, but I can also understand it. Yeah, your main Slavic language is Russian, but when you learn Ukrainian, because they're similar. That's why I don't do similar languages. I just don't. I would when I have learned one language pretty well, which I still have yet to do by my standards. I have a really high standard for myself. Like, for example, I would avoid learning, for example, Czech. At least I would avoid learning it seriously. I can like dabble in it, but like I wouldn't try to learn Czech in earnest unless I feel really comfortable in Polish, which I'm quite comfortable, but I'm not really comfortable yet. I'm not like, it's not like I can just go somewhere and have a complex conversation about, I don't know, politics. Я говорю по-русски. Я не говорю, но я понимаю. Я хорошо понимаю. Right? Because I learned Russian back in the day, so and then like coupled with my understanding of the Slavic syntax and the roots, I can figure out Russian relatively well. You can't give up with Russian. I don't know. I don't have like a good reason to learn Russian. For me, it's always about like why. You're starting Arabic. So what is your why then? What is your reason, Monaco? Because Arabic, it is useful, but like, do you have a personal reason? I'm not going to judge you if you don't. Like, it's valid if you say it's just because it's useful. But for me, if I don't have a personal reason, I would not learn a language. Your standard of very good is becoming fluent. But the word fluent is also very ambiguous, right? Ugh. But yeah, I do like have very high standards for myself. Especially when it comes to languages that I love. And like if I have learned to like a B2, it's pretty obvious that I really love the language. So I would be even more demanding towards myself because I want to speak my languages. I want to speak those languages that I love to a level that is somewhat close to my English. Like it will never be the same level because I use English all the time, but somewhat close. A deck without audio sucks, especially for Hebrew. Trust me, it's horrible. One of my biggest gripes about Duolingo Hebrew was that it's missing lots of audio. You think it's possible for a non-native Slavic speaker to speak two Slavic languages? Yeah, I think so. I haven't tried. That's what I said. I don't learn two similar languages, so I can't confirm nor deny. I have a stupid dream that when I people, they laugh at me. I want to speak all six. Oh, yeah, see, that is an interesting reason. It would not work for me, but if it works for you, I'm happy for you. that is an interesting reason, I think. Yeah. But for me, quite often it's like I want to learn a friend's language, for example. That's why I'm dabbling in Armenian now, because it's one of my best friend's language. And Welsh is a bit different, but Welsh is more like, it's more a sense of I want to support it. Let's avoid any like grandstanding vocabulary, but it's more like I empathize with the situation, so I want to support it. That's why I continue to learn. But now I actually have lots of reasons to use it. Like lots of friends who speak Welsh to me, and I use it for different things. So now I don't need any stupid reasons anymore. It's just I'm using it. Okay, let's see. Opera Sepon wedi lleoli yn Ynys Môn ydy rownd a rownd. Mae'n cael ei ffilmio yn Porthaethwy ac yn cael ei darlledu ddwywaith yr wythnos. I still struggle with like the physical movements of this language sometimes, because it's a lot of sounds. I need to like get more used to it. Ac yn cael ei darlledu ddwywaith yr wythnos ar S4C. Especially because I have a tendency to speak fast. And that was proven by my recording exam, like the one I was talking about. Because the teacher is saying, you can speak slowly, Israel, if it helps you. You don't have to go fast. But I'm like, I can't go slow. It's actually more difficult for me to go slow, because I'm used to one pace of speaking. If I were really good at the language, for example, if I were a teacher, then I would be able to go slow. I can speak in different paces, different registers, styles. But where I am at Welsh right now, I just speak the one way, and that is fast. Yn reiddiol, opera Sepon I plant oedd rownd a rownd. Roedd hi'n canolbwyntio ar bobl ifanc oedd yn gwneud rownd bapur newydd. What's rownd bapur newydd? A newspaper round? Is that like an old school term that I'm not aware of? Erbyn hyn, mae'n cael ei darlledu gyda rhaglenni oedolion ac yn delio a themau anodd ar brydiau. I'm not happy with my accent. I'm doing it again. Mae'n cael ei darlledu gyda rhaglenni oedolion ac yn delio a themau anodd ar y brydiau. Hynny, mae llawer o hiwmor yn rownd a rownd, ac mae hyn boblogaidd gyda phobl o bob oed. What did I miss? The Slavic languages are grammatically nasty. I don't know. I feel like when you're used to it, it's not nasty anymore. Because like German's pretty nasty, but I basically don't think about grammar in German anymore. You ever say something in Welsh? I think I tried the trial, but at that point I was already beyond the level. Actually, please tell me, Pongum, like what level does it get to? Because I'm not aware. Because if it has like a higher level, I might give it a try. Because I did like what I was doing, but the trial was more like geared towards complete beginner. So it's like, oh, try saying this. And especially for me as a seasoned language learner, I don't need as much hand holding, which is kind of a shame, because sometimes I wish I could be a beginner again. Like I'm a beginner in every language, but I can never be a first-time language learner or a first-time autodidactic language learner again, because I've done all these languages. So like I can't put myself in the shoes of people who are learning their first foreign language. That's why I don't like to do like product reviews, because everyone uses the product differently. Like I have principles for what makes a good language learning course or whatever, but I can't imagine, like I can't put myself in their shoes. You got accepted to do international relations. Oh, that's interesting. A degree, a second bachelor. But do you want to? Yeah, Russian has more content, but like
why would I want to learn Russian? that is also we're coming back to that. I mean, like I would be happy to try Czech, because I mean now I can talk to Michelle, which is, again, that's kind of reason that I'm looking for. Version or oh wait, I'm supposed to read it, not listen to it. That's a shame. Can I listen to it? I do want to listen to it. Feels more fun. So like we can all, even if you don't understand it, we can all hear the sound together, which is Opera Sepon. Nope, it is not in the digital resources. Okay. Ffeindiwch yr amadol yn ddihi ac yn ysgrifennwch y ffurfiau amodol. Again, the gripe I have, like, they still do a boatload of grammar on the high level. Like, don't do so much grammar. Nath I sôn rhywbeth am y pres sy'n arnyn nhw yr dyn treth wedyn. That's so funny. They, instead of having two versions of a textbook, they have like two versions for the two main dialects, like side to side. Na, dim byd. Bechod. Trieni. That's so funny. They have different words for what a shame. This one means like a sin. Oh, what a sin. And this one means poor. Poor, you like, as in like miserable. Ja, dwi'n gwybod. Pam wneud dim cynnig talu droston nhw? Fi? Ja, mae gen ti ddigon o bres, does? Ond yn pres i dio. Ond fy arian i yw e. That's so wild. Dwi'n gwybod. Ond tas gen i bres, swn i'n gynnig o iddyn nhw. Obysat, fyddet, bysat. That's so different. Byswn, bysat, byseti. Faint o bres, wyn, sgenti ar ôl, meintiad y fusnas. Oh my god! Oh, the Northwest accent! Instead of business, they say business. Meintiad y fusnas. Gen ti ddigon ma? Mae'n siŵr? Gen ti ddigon, mae'n siŵr? Does? Oes. Ella. A fysach chdi'n... Oh, that's so Northwest. I love it. A fysach chdi'n gael yn ôl gynnyn nhw. Dim ond benthyg fysa fo. Swn i'n chdi. Why do you need to translate this? So in the southern version, it says in your place, like in your shoes, in your place. If I were in your place. But in the north, they translated that to if I were you. Those are different. I mean, they mean the same thing, but those are different expressions. Why do you need to translate that? Anyway. Sut byddech chi'n ysgrifennu'r ffurfiau yma fel arfer? Oh, okay, so it's more like the dialect things. Okay, let's look at the conditional tenses. Let's see. Tasa. If there were. So tasai would be the usual textbook form. Sun, I were. The textbook form is basun. Besat would be like baset in textbook form. You were, you would be. Besun, I would, basun. Vesachtin, vasetin. That's fun. Basaivo. Tanlinellwch yr holl. Tanlinellwch. Honestly, I do need to like just work out my mouth a bit more. Tanlinellwch. This is so hard to say. Tanlinellwch yr holl erfen al llafar. I'm going to practice, guys. It's like learning an instrument. I'm going to practice the physical movements. Tanlinellwch yr holl erfennau llafar. Tanlinellwch yr holl erfen... Nope.
I'm gonna use my music skills and go from backwards. Llafar, elfennau llafar, elfennau llafar, yr holl elfennau llafar, yr holl elfennau llafar, yr holl elfennau llafar, tanlinellwch yr holl elfennau llafar, tanlinellwch yr holl elfennau llafar. How do they do that? It's so difficult. Like, even I'm struggling. Tanlinellwch yr holl elfennau llafar. Maybe they speak slower. Maybe that's how. It's fine. I don't care that much about learning dialects. I just make sure I learn the one I want. Lynx, hello, moin sen. How are you doing? Monaco, you do want to do it. I mean, you could combine them. Like, learn languages can just be on the side, but that means your own, like, balancing. Opera sepon, yes, soap opera. You can't type. You type really fast. But I use stenography sometimes, so it as long as I press the right keys, it's always spelled correctly. But that's a prerequisite. Shwmai, sut wyt ti? Gwylio a gwranto. Auntie Marian yn ymddeol. Oh, it's Auntie Marian again. By the way, I love how they spell auntie as auntie. This is auntie. Wait, hold on. How do they spell it in Gaelic? I remember I've seen the spelling in Gaelic. Yeah, it's spelled Antaidh in Gaelic. It's so funny. I love it. Auntie. The Mickey Mouse mug is dope. Thank you. I got it from Paris. Auntie Marian Auntie Marian ymddeol. I want to perfect my vowels. That's the thing as well. Like, I learned the pretty well, but I want to make sure I get it consistently. Ymddeol, not ymddeol. Auntie Marian ymddeol. Right, let's do the listening. Where does Biddig Williams... Is that a real name? Biddig. That looks like bah humbug to me. Biddig. Where's he come from? Auntie Marian yn dweud, pa ti'n meddwl, bod ti'n mynd I gael tamed. Tamed is like a mouthful, right? Like sip or something. Or okay, yeah, you get a bite of something. So don't think you will get a bite of whatever that is. Mae Biddig Williams yn dweud bod Auntie Marian fel mam I rywun. Why is Auntie Marian like a mom to someone? No, who? Who is she like a mom to? Dydy Biddig Williams ddim yn gallu... I want to work on my rhythm as well. Dydy Biddig Williams ddim yn gallu mynd I rywle ar Brynhawn dydd Mercher. Ble? Be fydd Biddig Williams yn gweld eisiau fwyaf ar ôl ymddeol? Okay, what will he miss most after retiring? Whereas he cannot go somewhere on Wednesday afternoon. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what chat said. Tipyn o rhywbeth. Tamed, diolch. Dyna beth o'n i'n feddwl. Os ti eisiau siarad yn gywir. Dyna be o'n i'n meddwl. Dyna be o'n i'n feddwl. Treiglo, lyfio treiglo. Wy'n wych, diolch. Hapus bod ti wedi joio dy daith ddysgu. Diolch. Dwi yn joio ar hyn o bryd. Oh, we can watch the video. Let's do this. No, how do I do this? I need to... where is... Hold on, give me 1 second. Where is my window? Huh? Oh, there we go. There we go. And then we can do this. Yay! We can watch it together. That's not an auntie. She's like... Oh my god, that's so fast.
Shit. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I muted it again.
Marian, doch mlaen yn amser deffro'n yn nhw'ch yn cysgu heno.
Daeth y newyddion trist y ddiweddar fod cymeriad hoffus pobl y cwm anti-Marian wedi marw. Mae'r actores, Byddig Williams, wedi bod yn rhan o'r gyfres yn achlysurol.
Oh, okay.
Fel cymeriad Bet Davies, ac yna daeth hi nôl i'r cwm yn 1999, ond y tro hwn fel Modryb Denzil anti-Marian. Ond, newyddion da o lywenydd mawr, mae'r actores yn fyw ac yn iach, a fe wnes i gyfarfod i'n ddiweddar i gael yr hanes.
O Terry Dyddgen wedi cymryd yston nawr fel producer, a...
Producer?
Yn abod fi, dŵr o bont berem, a fe cynnigodd rhan anti-Marian i fi.
A be am eich hoff storylines? Dwi'n siŵr bod sawl un di bod dros y blynyddoedd.
Oedd Denzil yn ddyn mawr yn y cwm. Nawr, dere, nôl i'r siop na mwyn i fi gael ymhuno. A pa ti am meddwl bod ti'n mynd i gael tymed o'r lasagna na achos wyt ti wedi cael llon bola yn hyn. A sa'n gwybod pam wyt ti wastad ar rian a ti ddim byw yn gros yr hewl. Nawr, dere.
Dere.
Sioned. Wel, o'n i fel mam i Sioned.
Oh, I got one answer. Great.
Rhwng y ddoi o'n i'n chodiddi gyda'n gilydd, really, ynddo fe? Do.
Sut ydych chi'n mynd ati i chwarae cymeriad anti-Marian? Ydych chi gofod paratoi eich hunan o gwbl, neu ydych chi wedi seilio'r cymeriad ar rwy'n ydych chi'n abod?
Na, wel. Os ydych chi'n debyg ar rywun, debyg i fi, mai.
Why do old people always like mumble so much? Like the young guy, he speaks so clearly. Is it a personal thing or is it like an old people thing?
A tip-top. Mae'n fenyw Gymraeg, a ni'n abod lot yn debyg i ni. Yn wedyn, yn y celchyn, pam dewch chi ar y radio? Wel, wrth gwrs, merchred Harris i chi, ynddo? Wel, dwi wedi gryndo ar eich rhaglen chi droion. Do fe? Do, ond cofiwch, ryndo wai ar unrhyw beth.
Sut fath o ymateb ydych chi'n cael gen pobl yn y stryd neu mewn caffi neu lle bynnag?
Ond amser sa chi.
Os y stori doniol di digwydd erioed?
Wel, maen nhw'n...
Oh, not the celebrity interaction stories. He's asking for those. Oh my God. Speaking of which, last week I totally, not this week, I totally got one of those. Like I was at the language meetup again, as I always go. And then there was one guy who looked at me and said, wait, do you make videos on YouTube? And turns out that guy actually went to Welsh school. So we had a proper conversation. That might have been like the best, like, I don't want to say fan, but like viewer interaction that I've ever had, because it was quite natural. We're just chatting. Turns out he had recently started trying to get back his Welsh because he's already getting quite rusty. So I helped him out because I was giving him the words, and then I could see how, as we spoke more and more, he was getting more in the zone, and he was getting way more fluent, like very quickly. So it was coming back to him. Byddig is a real female name. Byddig. That's interesting. Is it an old person name, or are there any young people with it? Because I know, like in every culture, there's always certain associations with each name, right? Because when you hear Susan, you think a certain generation. Apparently, by the way, Israel is a boomer name in Israel. That's what I was told. That's why what's his name? Is that the defense minister or something? He's Israel. That's like one of the few Israels that I know. Well, I don't know him in person. Not me. I just know him from the news. And yeah, so it's a boomer name apparently. Chwarae teg, poblwch o'r Unol Daleithiau. Wyt ti yn yr Unol Daleithiau? Wow. Wyt ti'n dod o Gymru? Neu wyt ti'n just yn dysgu'r iaith? Neu be? Learning to speak a language is one thing, but getting the rhythm right. Yes. I mean, I'm not very new, but I would say it's a very advanced kind of thing to be learning. The rhythm if you guys saw my video about English accents, which I do recommend, it's very underrated, I think. There was one part that was specifically about the rhythm, because at some point I had already got the sounds down, but I was speaking in kind of like a Cantonese rhythm. If you can hear the difference, it's like every syllable it's like the same. Every syllable is like the same length. So it did not sound natural to people who speak English as their home language. So I actually spent time practicing the rhythm with a very like methodical way. So now I speak like this with like different syllable lengths, and hopefully, and sometimes once in a while, like it's like that meme when the accent slips out. Once in a while, when I'm saying certain phrases, it's really hard not to say it in. I guess it's because those syllables actually have the same length. So I sound really like robotic, and I feel like, oh wait, that sounds like Cantonese again. Yeah, problem yr hen bobl. Aha. Ydy mam gi chdi yn siarad fyna? Bro, mae di marw. Pa mor hen ydy'r fideo yma? Gan I weld? 6 years ago. So the character died 6 years ago. So this, by the way, to people who don't understand Welsh, this is about this actor and her character. So the character died and the actor retired, which, to be fair, she's really old. So she was like, oh my god, she's dead. Yeah, the character's dead. Let me check the actor. What if she's also dead? Oh shit, yeah, she is dead. Oops, she was dead 4 years ago. Oof. Oh, I got one answer there. Dwi ddim yn saff i fynd i gyfyrddin ar ddim mercher. Dwi ddim yn saff i fynd i gyfyrddin ddim mercher. Wel, maen nhw'n... Dwi ddim yn saff i fynd i gyfyrddin ar ddim mercher. Ar the... They do the R so quickly. Ar the mercher. Dwi ddim yn saff i fynd... Dwi ddim yn saff i fynd i gyfyrddin ddim mercher. Ar ddydd mercher. Dwi ddim yn saff i fynd i Gaerfyrddin, dy Mercher. So mae'n ffrind ni'n cwrdd bob dy Mercher, a mae wedi gweud na gryna nawr mae'n ddeitho i, pa'n meddwl bod fi am dorown y dreg gyda ti ar ôl ti fynd, fatha ddim yn dod. Yw ti'n fen, na dwi ddim yn dod. Gyrraeddwn ni byth Marks and Spencer's wedi ddi. Dewn ni off y bus fyna, byddwn ni still heb cyrraedd Marks and Spencer. Na, sa'n dod at ti ryddi. Marian, oedd e'n arfer dringo mewn trwy'r ffenest a'n rhieni'n gwybod dim.
Be fyddwch chi'n colli y fwyaf am adael pobl y cwm? Y cast a'r criw ac ati?
Y cwmni.
Cwmni.
Actorion a'r criw?
Pawb, yes.
Dych chi'n meddwl byddwch chi dal yn gwylio pobl y cwm?
Gaf i ddim chans i bido, mae'n chwaer. Bob nos, a wna'n ni'n goffo gael e dydd ar ôl ni, wna'n gwneud siŵr bod yn... Real fan.
O, ie?
Real fan.
Da'n edrych yn nhw. Cael gweld beth sy'n mynd mlaen.
O, mae di bod yn bleser cael sgwrs efo chi, pob hwyl am y dyfodol. Diolch yn fawr.
Let me go back again.
Marian. Marian, doch mam yn amser deffro'n yn nhw'ch yn cysgu heno.
Daeth y newyddion trist...
I feel like I can get this I want to get this sentence.
Marian, doch mam yn amser deffro'n yn nhw'ch yn cysgu heno.
I got like half of it. It's still very fast.
Trist y ddiweddar fod cymeriad hoffus pobl y cwm anti-Marian wedi marw. Mae'r actores, Byddig Williams, wedi bod yn rhan o'r gyfres yn achlysurol ers 1974.
1974, okay.
Gyntaf fel cymeriad Bet Davies, ac yna daeth hi nôl i'r cwm ym 1999, ond y tro hwn fel Modryb Denzil anti-Marian. Ond, newyddion da o Lywenydd Mawr, mae'r actores yn fyw ac yn iach, a fe wnes i gyfarfod i'n ddiweddar i gael yr hanes.
O Terry Dyddgen wedi cymryd ystod nawr fel producer, a oedd e'n abod fi. dŵr o fod berem. A be cynnigodd rhan Aunty Marian i fi.
A be am eich hoff storylines? Dwi'n siŵr bod sawl un di bod dros y blynyddoedd.
Oedd Denzil yn ddyn mawr. Yn y cwm. Nawr, dere, nôl i'r siop na mwyn i fi gael yng Nghino. A pai ti am meddwl bod ti'n mynd i gael tymed o'r lasagna na, achos...
Oh, lasagna. Wait, when did they say where she's from? I actually don't know where she's from. What the hell?
Marian cysgu heno.
Marian wedi marw. Mae'r actores, Byddig Williams, wedi bod yn rhan o'r gyfres yn achlysurol ers 1974.
Achlysurol.
Yn gyntaf fel cymeriad Bette Davis, ac yna Aunty Marian. Ond, newyddion da o Lywenydd Mawr.
I like newyddion da o Lywenydd Mawr. I like how verbose it is. It means like good news from great happiness. It's so unnecessary, and that's what's great about it. I bring you good tidings, that kind of meaning. Newyddion da o Lywenydd Mawr. Newyddion da o Lywenydd Mawr.
Mae'r actores yn fyw ac yn iach, a fe wnes i gyfarfod i'n ddiweddar i gael yr hanes.
O Terry Dyddgen wedi...
Oh, Ted.
I cymryd yston awr fel producer.
I actually don't know where she's from. Like, I feel like did they say it? Anyway, I want to see why she will still be watching the show. That's.
Chi'n colli
Y cwmni.
am adael Poblacom. Dych chi'n meddwl byddwch chi dal yn gwylio Poblacom?
Gaf i ddim chance i bido, mae'n chwaer. Bob nos, a wna'n i'n goffo gael dydd ar ôl ni, wna'n gwneud siŵr bod i'n... Oh, real fan.
O, ie?
Yes. O, Dayan edrych, wrth gwrs, Dayan edrych yn nhw. Cael gweld beth sy'n mynd mlaen.
O, mae di bod yn bleser.
2 reasons. Dau reswm. What the fuck? I barely heard one. Like old people accent. What I heard. Again, I heard something about the sister. The sister is a real fan. The chwaran.
Dych chi'n meddwl byddwch chi dal yn gwylio Poblacom?
Gaf i ddim chance i bido.
I beidio. Gaf I ddim chance I beidio. I have no chance not to watch the show.
Mae'n chwaer. Bob nos.
My sister every night.
A wna'n i'n goffo galed.
Awn ni gyffwrdd galed. Something we go to somewhere.
Dydd ar ôl ni, wna'n gwneud siŵr bod i'n bob nos, a wna'n i'n goffo galed dydd ar ôl ni. Wna'n gwneud siŵr bod i'n... Oh, real fan.
Oh, no, I can't.
O, Dayan edrych, wrth gwrs, Dayan.
Maybe that's why you need the teacher and a class. Espadaric YouTube has full match replays of football and rugby. Not as much, but thank you for letting me know. That's quite surprising. I had no idea. Just watch a Montreal video. Thanks for covering our beautiful city. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, doing Welsh, and yeah, I really enjoyed making that video. I enjoyed Montreal as well. I miss it. It's quite nice. It's got different sides to it. The city center is it's kind of like the North America that I imagined, but then once I went to like certain neighborhoods, it did feel a lot different. It was nice. Oh, don't know when I'm gonna do like a video like that again. It's gonna be... I did 2 of these in a short space of time. the Wales one, did the Quebec one. Don't know when I'm gonna do something like that again, but if I get the chance, I might try. But yeah, traveling is hefty. Let's see. Darllen. Parhaol, like perpetual, continuously. Parhaol. Ystyried. Consider, heiddi, to deserve. Nod, goal, afreal, not real. Difrifol, serious. Snobyddlyd. Oh wait, hold on. We saw this one last time. Snobyddlyd. Snobby. Plotty, poverty. Iselder. Like depression, Iselder. Oh, that's exciting. We got hoyo. I love hoyo. Can someone tell me what hoyo means? ethnic, huppy, like promote. Oh, hold on. This word came up in one of my discussions for my exam. Cydraddoldeb. Equality. Cydraddoldeb. Cydraddoldeb. Because same grad. Grad is like rank. Same. Yeah, cydraddoldeb. Goddefgarwch. Tolerance. Oh, this is going to be an interesting read. Okay. Come on. Guys, I'm going to practice my like pronunciation and like the rhythm and everything. There you go. Mae llawer ohonon ni'n defnyddio'r term operau sebon I ddisgrifio dramau teledu fel EastEnders, Coronation Street, Hollyoaks, Emmerdale, Pobl y Cwm, Around, neu dramau radio fel The Archers. Cafodd y term ei ddefnyddio gynta oherwydd bod cwmnïau sebon yn noddi dramau radio cynnar America'r 1930au. What does that mean? Noddi dramau, noddi like to nominate? Or like something like that? Ond, os gwylwch chi wobrau BAFTA ar y teledu, chlywch chi môr term, chlywch chi môr term yn cael ei ddefnyddio, dramau parhaol yw'r term sy'n cael ei ddefnyddio erbyn hyn. Pam, tybed? Wel, mae llawer o bobl yn y byd darlledu yn ystyried bod disgrifio drama fel opera sebon yn hen ffasiwn. Mae'n credu bod y term yn gwneud I bobl feddwl am drama rad, am ddrama rad. Nad yw cystal a drama go iawn. What is rad? What is rad? I had no idea what rad is. Rad. Oh, from rad. Oh, like cheap. Rad. Drama, rad. Nad yw cystal a drama go iawn. Maen nhw o'r farn. Oh, I need to learn this one. I'm of the opinion. They are of the opinion. Maen nhw o'r farn bod y term yn awgrymu bod dramau o'r fath yn llai pwysig. Ond mae lle I ddatlau nad yw operau sebon yn heiddi cael ei hystyried o'r un safon a dramau eraill. Ond mae lle I ddatlau nad yw operau sebon yn heiddi cael ei hystyried o'r un safon a dramau eraill. Maen nhw'n rhatach i'w cynhyrchu, a'i prif nod yw denu'r gynulleidfa I wylio'r sianel am weddill y noson. Maen nhw am wneud y gynulleidfa yn gaeth iddyn nhw. Maen nhw am wneud y gynulleidfa yn gaeth iddyn nhw. I'm trying to... Hello everyone, cześć Ludwig, jak tam? I'm trying to like get my mouth used to a certain like way of pronouncing, because I want to learn this accent that's more like it sounds more like this, like the mouth is doing more of this rather than speaking like this. But it's hard to... Oh, let me try. Ond mae lle I ddadlau nad yw operau sebon yn heiddi cael ei hystyried o'r un safon a dramau eraill. Maen nhw'n rhatach i'w cynhyrchu, a'i prif nod yw denu'r gynulleidfa I wylio'r sianel am weddill y noson. Maen nhw'n am wneud y gynulleidfa yn gaeth iddyn nhw. That's interesting, by the way. Like I haven't thought about this. The soap operas are there to pull in the audiences so that they stay in front of the TV and watch for the rest of the night. It's like the hook in YouTube videos. You say something to get people to keep watching, right? Mae'n rhaid iddyn nhw gynnwys storïau gor-dramatig felly er mwyn gwneud yn siŵr nad yw'r gynulleidfa byth yn diflasu. Mae popeth yn drama fawr, mae'n rhaid I bopeth symud yn gyflym iawn ac felly mae llawer o ddadlau a gweiddi. Maen nhw'n gwbl afreal yn hynny o beth. in this of thing. What is yn hynny o beth? I'm going to write that down. And also we just had o'r farn of the opinion. O ganlyniad, does dim cymaint o syniadau'n cael eu trafod mewn operau sebon ac sydd mewn dramau mwy difrifol. Yr hyn sy'n digwydd sy'n bwysig mewn opera sebon tra bod dramau go iawn yn ystyried pa mae pethau'n digwydd. Ond mae hynny'n eitha snobyddlyd. Mewn gwirionedd, mae operau sebon yn gallu delio â phethau pwysig, enghraifft salwch, tlodi, iselder a thrais. Maen nhw hefyd yn cynnig cwmni i bobl sy'n byw ar eu pennau eu hunain. Maen nhw hefyd yn gallu codi ymwybyddiaeth am faterion pwysig drwy gynnwys cymeriadau hoyw a chymeriadau o leiafrifoedd ethnig enghraifft, gall opera sebon hybu cydraddoldeb a goddefgarwch at ein gilydd. These are such good words. I need to remember them very well. Cydraddoldeb. I'm going to say it 5 times so that it sticks in my mouth. Cydraddoldeb. That's equality and tolerance. Goddefgarwch. Okay. Cydraddoldeb a goddefgarwch. Equality and tolerance. Goddefgarwch a cydraddoldeb. Tolerance and equality. This is the most lefty stream I've ever done. So I'm just going to say equality and tolerance again and again. Mae'n amhosibl gwadu bod gan raglennu'r o'r fath le pwysig iawn ar y cyfryngau. Beth bynnag rydyn ni'n ei galw nhw. Ydych chi'n gallu crynhoi prif negeseuon yr erthygl mewn 5 pwynt? Oh my god, it's asking me to write like a summary of the entire thing. That's actually so much work. I guess that's the kind of stuff I will have to do in my exam. Let's do this, chat. What is the point? So, what is important about soap operas in 5 points? Let's see. Mae'r term opera sebon yn hen ffasiwn. Mae'r term opera sebon yn rhoi'r argraffiad bod y ddrama yn heiddi yn waith na drama go iawn. Mae operau sebon yn cynnwys storiau gor-ddramatig mwyn tynnu mewn a mwyn dynnu'r gynulleidfa. What are the main points? That's actually really difficult. Because I don't see 5 main points, I just see 1 big point. Mae operau sebon yn... Dydy operau sebon ddim yn delio a... Mae operau sebon hefyd yn gallu delio â phethau pwysig. Mae gan raglenni, mae gan operau sebon le pwysig iawn ar y cyfryngau. I got 4 main points. Something along those lines, that's fine. Edrychwch ar y diffiniad ar y chwith ac ysgrifennwch yr ymadrodd gorau o'r darn sy'n cyfateb i'r diffiniad. Ceisiwch wneud hyn heb edrych ar y darn yn gyntaf. Operau sebon, drama ddifrifol, drama go iawn. Ble mae actorion Coronation Street ac EastEnders yn gallu ennill rhywbeth? Gwobrau BAFTA. Ddim yn fodern, hen ffasiwn. Y peth mawr rydych chi eisiau ei gyflawni. Nod. Cael pobl i wylio'ch sianel chi. Denu'r gynulleidfa. Yr amser rhwng swper ac amser gwely. Noson. Dysgu pobl am fater arbennig. I need to think about this. Pobl o gymunedau du ac asiaidd yng Nghymru. Lleiafrif pobl leiafrifol ethnic lleiafrifoedd ethnic helpu pobl i ddeall pawb yn gyfartal. Help people understand that everyone is equal? Or cydraddoldeb a goddefgarwch. But how? Hybu. Okay, to promote equality. Hybu cydraddoldeb. So what is this? No. This dysgu pobl am fater arbennig. To educate people about important matters. Delio a phethau pwysig cwmni sy'n gwneud byw. Codi ymwybyddiaeth, raise awareness, that's what it's trying to say. Okay, teach people about special topics. So, codi ymwybyddiaeth. Codi ymwybyddiaeth. Oh, finished. Oh wow, that was quick. Ffurfio cryno amodol. Siarad am ddamau teledu ac operau sebon gan ddefnyddio geirfa ac ymadroddio newydd. That's fine. What time is it? Sefydliadau. Is that like organizations? I might as well go through the vocabulary and then call it a day afterwards. Let's see. Let's see how the video is doing. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I saw Liam's comment. Okay, so Caer. Oh, you can choose which plural to use. The easy one or the not easy one. Caerai, Ceirydd, Caerai, Ceirydd, Cenedl, Cenhedloedd. Oh, you need to add the H. So Cenedl becomes Cenhedloedd for the plural. Daeareg. Geology. Okay, daeareg, geology, daearyddiaeth. Geography, daearyddiaeth. Daeareg. Hawlfraint. Oh, that's important. Copyright. Hawlfraint. Wait, hold on. Hawl is right. Braint is privilege, so it's just right privilege. What the hell? Hawlfraint. Hawlfraintiau. Llechen. Llechi. I know this one. Lleng. Llengoedd. Legion. Oh, like Roman regions. Llengoedd. It's like song. Song is a ship. So mae'r lleng ar y song. Adnoddau. Resource. Atyniad. Canmlwyddiant. Whoa, that's so wild. What is this? Canmlwyddiant. Cymal. Deunydd. Ddarllenwr. Gwystl. Modd. Pencadlys. Oh, I've seen this one somewhere. Headquarters. Pencadlys. Pwyslais. Symudiad. Trywydd. Trywydd. Is it trywydd? It's like tywydd with an extra R. Tywydd is weather, so trywydd. Amneidio. Amneidio is this. Ochneidio is right? Let me check. Ochneidio. Come on, dictionary. Sigh. Okay, or groan. Okay, ochneidio. Amneidio. Arloesi. These verbs are so useful. I want to learn all the verbs. My vocabulary is just not great yet. Like, my teacher says I use quite a wide vocabulary, but I feel like my vocabulary is so limited. Is it like a Dunning-Kruger thing where I just know how much vocabulary is out there, so I just feel like I know nothing? Arloesi, buddsoddi. Where does arloesi come from? That would help me remember it. Arloesi. Arloesi. Oh, arloes isn't like a clearing. So arloesi is to make a clearing. So like pioneer arloesi. That's really helpful. Cyfeirio at cyfleu. Convey. That sounds similar. Cyfleu. So cyfleu is easy to convey. Cyfleu. Dethol. Why not dewis? Why dethol? Why? How is it different? It's just the same meaning. Dethol. I guess dethol is more serious than dewis. Dethol. Because ethol is election, right? Elect. Meithrin. Noti. Note. Tasky. Nothing to do with task. Okay, tasky. How do I remember this? Your task is to throw water on people, because it's the thing in Thailand where you throw water on people. Tishan. I really like this word, by the way. It's a fun word because it's self, no, job. So it's to remove your own job, to resign. It makes so much sense. Obliged. Oh. So if you say, I am in favor of something, you're saying I am from the party of something. Wait. If you say I am in favor of Wales, you can say dwi o Plaid Cymru. So that is, I am from Plaid Cymru. What the hell? That is so weird. I need to write that down. Dwi o Plaid. O Plaid. So dwi o Plaid amrywiaeth ieithyddol. I am in favor of linguistic diversity. Arhufeiniaid. Arhufeiniaid. Yn gyfan gwbl. I love yn gyfan gwbl. Let me write that down as well. Yn gyfan gwbl. And last one's di-edivar. Edivari. Edivari is to regret. Di-edivar, to like not regretting. Glovaul. Is that an adjective? Glovaul, okay. Rhagweladwy, ysgrifenedig, written. Okay, oof, that was intense. Oh, what did I press? Did I press something? Anyway, hi chat, I'm back. I was really focused for a little bit, and I guess chat was also focused on something else. So, I hope you have enjoyed watching me being so focused, actually studying. Hopefully I actually did learn something. I mean, I'll be honest. Doing this on stream is less effective than doing it on my own, but at the same time, it gives me an excuse to it gives me motivation to focus on studying, and also gives me an excuse to talk to you guys, which is what I like. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to be back at some point. If you haven't watched the Quebec video yet, what are you waiting for? Do it. It's really good. I'm definitely not biased when I say that. I just think, I mean, as a viewer, I also think it's a really good video. So if you really like it, become a channel member and you can see the full interviews. I still need to subtitle them before I can put them out, but they will be coming out. So thank you again for joining me today. It's been really fun to catch up after like 2 weeks. Oh my god, Mahmoud, you're so close. We're about to finish now. But this is the most Czech people we've ever had in chat, I think, maybe. But what am I saying? Yeah, I'm just finishing up. It's quite late. I know it's even later in Central Europe. So I'm glad you can make it here. Next time, maybe I'll let you know in advance when I'm streaming so that we can, we'll make sure to chat a little bit on stream. Right, good. Oh, I'm trying to recall some greetings. Come on, help me here. I'm gonna say, no, I hate this. Oh, this is terrible. I don't know if you know what I'm doing. Because quite often, when I try to recall some Czech phrases, I end up with the Slovak ones. Because I've looked into both a similar amount, and so it's very confusing. Wait, hold on, this one. Oh yeah, you have the weird one. I'm gonna use the weird one because I've never used it before. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that's so weird. They have formal and informal endings. Why do you have děkuji and děkuji? Why do you need both when they mean the same thing? Is it like different conjugations for different registers? That is so weird. Okay, this is throwing me for a loop. Now I'm actually invested. I want to Google it. That's actually what happened, by the way. Yesterday I was talking to my friend, and then at the same time, I told my friend, "Oh, you don't want to know what I'm doing while I'm on this call with you." And then they were like, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you looking at porn?" I was like, "No, it's worse." And they said, "What is worse than that?" And I said, I'm reading a conjugation table in Armenian. One is written, one is spoken. What the hell? Why do you have written and spoken? That is why do you do that? Just stick to one thing. I mean I know why, because that you dropped the nasal vowel that Polish has, so you're like, you can't decide which one to use. Okay, so děkuji is written, but you say děkuju. What? But I need to be consistent. I'm gonna use the formal ones because I really want to say the weird word. Okay. How do you say thank you very much? Oh, let's do this. Okay. You told me. I told you this before. Oh, oops. Someone is excited. That's lots of exclamation marks. What is exclamation mark in Czech, by the way? I know it's wykrzyknik po polsku. Wykrzyknik. Why do I know things like this? Why do I know exclamation mark in Polish? I'm just at a weird level of. Oh, it's the same. Okay. It's the same as Polish, except I can't pronounce it. So I'm just going to say wykrzyknik. I see that letter, I'm like, oh, I'm off. I'm out. Okay, so I'm going to say something very formal. So, děkuji vám pěkně. Is it pěkně? Pěkně, right? Děkuji vám pěkně. I nashledanou. Yeah, that's the one I want to say because I've never said it in my life. It's really fun. I love this ch. No. Hold on. No, wait. I remember. It's not a ch. It's the voiced one. Okay. Watching me do this live. I need the voiced one. Hold on. I've got this. I've got the. I'm just gonna double check if it actually is that IPA because I might be. Oh no. Okay. No. It is. It's both. So you can say naschledano, or you can say nazch. Aha. No. It's, hold on, I got it wrong. Not the voice one. It is the voice H. Aha. Nazhledano. Nazhledano. Because someone there was one time I remember when I was in the polyglot gathering in Poland, someone kept trying to teach me the Ukrainian one, the G in Ukrainian where it's like aha. So if I'm not mistaken, it's the same in Czech, right? That's yeah. So it's not chutba, it's hudba. It's a really fun sound to say. It is a sound that is quite common in like many Slavic languages, but it's not in any language I speak. So I keep wanting to practice the aha. It's what you say the ch? Wait, hold on. How do you say music in Czech? Do you say chutba? Because I feel like chutba. Hold on.
Hudba?
No, it's not a chutba. It's a hudba. Hudba. Because when my Ukrainian friend was trying to teach me that sound, she kept saying, "Go deeper." I was like, I can't go deeper. Turns out I need to voice it. So sorry, the linguist will know what I'm talking about. So hudba. Yeah. Polish dropped that. I bet Polish had that sound at some point. I'm not sure, but it doesn't have it now. It's just a ch all the time. Anyway, so nazhledano. Nazhledano.